Buckle up, because it's going to be a long ride. It's going to be a wild ride. Nobody cares, but we're going to tell you anyways. This is Popcorn Chats. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Popcorn Chats. I'm Katie.
I'm MICHAE.
I didn't like the way my name just came out of my jugular there.
Oh, you can redo it.
No, it is what it is. This week on the pod, we are going to be talking about my first ever celebrity crush, Lindsay Lohan, her new movie, Falling for Christmas. It's the holiday season. We try to cover Christmas movies. We're not really Christmassy girlies. If you guys
I love Christmas, but I don't watch Hallmark type Christmas movies. I literally watch the Grinch and the old claymation ones. And Elf. I love Elf.
I don't dislike Christmas. I just really love Halloween. I'm writing a children's movie called There's No Santa Claus.
Wow. Okay. Your kid started young with disappointment.
It's actually a really good idea and I'm very excited about it. But anyways, we're talking about Falling for Christmas. Lindsay Lohan has made her triumphant return to Hollywood, to the big screen, and I'm so happy about it. If you have not listened to our Lindsay Lohan deep dive episode from 2 years ago, bitch, go do it because it's a really good episode. I'm actually really proud of that episode. If you're more of a Michaela fan and not so much a Katie fan, which I completely understand and same, that might not be the episode for you because I talk a lot.
Wait,
and
what?
In my mind, I imagine that some of our fans are more of a fan of you and some of them are more a fan of me.
Okay, I see.
And then the real ones are fans of us together. But
okay.
I feel like you have more of a devoted fan base, whereas for me, it might just be my girlfriend.
Shout out Corinne, carrying the team.
Yes.
I genuinely had never thought about that before, so that just was a new concept into my brain.
If you're watching on YouTube, Michaela's painting her nails. That's why she's looking down.
So sorry. I have 2 in-person meetings all day the next 2 days, and this is the first chance I've had to paint my nails all day where I will just be sitting afterwards then. So this is the time to do it, and I won't smudge them.
It's all good. Life has been moving full speed ahead lately. I watched this movie last night at fucking midnight because I had no other time to watch it.
Dude, I woke up so stressed on Monday because I still hadn't watched it yet, so I watched it Monday. I squeezed it in bits and pieces throughout the day because I was fuck, because then I'm what if we record Monday night, and then we didn't end up doing it, and I was I stressed myself out for no reason. But
I was there's literally no way that I can record on Monday night.
And even Pretty Little Liars, I'm only 1 episode. I'm on the 2nd episode of season 2, so already I'm fuck me. We'll get it done. We always do.
I know, I haven't even started that yet, but if you guys are wondering how our process goes, this is it.
It's stress and binge it out.
It's stress and binge it out. Sometimes pull an all-nighter to watch a show that I never would have watched in the first place other than to do it for the pod. But I feel the stuff we've been doing lately, I'm genuinely excited to watch Pretty Little Liars again because I've literally been avoiding it. I started rewatching Euphoria because I'm trying to keep myself from rewatching or from continuing PLL. Now we've decided that we're going to do a rewatch of season 1 of Euphoria and do an episode for each episode in season 1 to complement our individual episodes of season 2. So y'all like the rewatches. And I love it too.
I think because people love rewatching things, you know?
Right.
It's comforting.
There's so much out there nowadays, content-wise, that it's just
it's too overwhelming.
It's easier to default to the OG shit.
I really, really want to watch White Lotus, and every time I sit down and think I might want to watch it, I end up watching Vanderpump Rules or something that I've already seen a whole bunch of times.
I also have been trying to watch White Lotus and get into that because that's what everybody's talking about, but the first couple episodes, I'm sorry, they're just not interesting and I don't give a shit. And so I'm I've been watching this crazy ass show. Have you ever watched F-Boy Island?
Oh my god, Evan was just talking about that this weekend. That's why he wanted my parents' HBO login. I have not watched it, but...
Michaela, you would love it. You should watch it. It's good TV. Like, I don't really like reality TV that much, and it's good.
No, I think I would definitely like it. I love reality TV so much. It's
Yeah.
honestly like if I had to choose between like erasing reality TV or erasing like scripted TV, I mean, like sometimes that's one and the same, but like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I would eliminate scripted reality TV till the day I die and just have reality TV live on forever and ever.
Yeah. But anyways, we got to talk about Miss Lindsay Lohan.
Mm-hmm.
The baddest bitch in the game since day one. Never sleep on this woman. So,
No.
if you haven't watched Falling for Christmas on Netflix, go do it and then come back and listen to this episode.
She is looking absolutely fire in this movie.
The fits combined with the hair, combined with, I don't know, there's just something about this girl, dude. Like, she lights up a goddamn room. She's got that raspy voice that comes out sometimes. Her cute little freckles. She's just America's sweetheart. Still, she's just very alluring. I was just so happy to see the Lindsay that I like remember. The Lindsay that I loved watching growing up. She's still killing it. Hasn't missed a beat. She's clearly way too talented for this film, but you gotta get back on the horse somehow.
I feel like honestly, every huge actor could do a movie like this, and none of them would be stellar movies, but they're going to be great. And like people will still love and like respect them for their talent, even if they do a movie like this. Everyone just kind of knows. It's just like a known fact that these are cheesy. So everyone knows that going into it and just accepts that.
And I think it can still be good even if it is cheesy and like following the kind of Hallmark formula. I think Netflix did a good job of having some satire in here and like nostalgia, or leaning towards being self-aware, which I think sets it apart from other like Hallmark movies and stuff. It was just amazing to see her back on screen. Did you have a favorite fit?
I loved the jumpsuit at the start of the movie that got hot cocoa spilled on it when she had that little run-in. Slay. I love a jumpsuit moment. It was a serve. An absolute serve. And when they opened up the elevator doors and her like two assistants walked out and like their power bitch walk, fave. What was yours?
I really appreciated the ending fit. It kind of reminded me of Kristen Stewart in Spencer with the Christmas blazer that she wore.
Ooh.
Lindsay had on something similar, like a Christmas blazer, and it just felt like it was bougie and like stylish. Because for a while there, she was like dressing very homely to kind of match the vibe of Jake and his daughter and his quaint little home. But I felt like at the end with that Christmas blazer, it was a combination of the two, like the new her, where she's like appreciating the small things, but then also like the stylish bad bitch that she is.
1000%, yes.
This movie does a little bit like shit on just this type of character, you know, like Sharpay Evans, spoiled rich girl, but they don't change who she is. Like, she still likes what she likes and has like good taste and like fashion sense and likes nice things. And I don't think it's a bad thing to appreciate the finer things in life.
Agreed.
And I feel that Lindsay like pulled for Sierra/Sarah to still like maintain herself, even though she like had this journey that she went on.
Deadass, when she chose her new name as Sarah, I was not paying close enough attention. I was like, did she really pick her own name to be her fake name? Then I did in fact learn that her name was Sierra.
Yeah, they were close. They were very close. Also, basic bitch, if you're gonna choose a new name, I'm gonna be like Thor until somebody like finds me.
You're gonna be at a small little Christmassy lodge in the middle of nowhere going by Thor.
Thor was an impulse thing for me to say. Maybe I'd be like Natalie Portman.
That's
in
better.
in relation to Thor. I don't know. I would change my name to something cool that I've always wanted it to be, not Sarah or like something generic like that.
Well, then I'll be Darth Vader.
Yes.
We'll be the two most exciting guests that the Christmas Lodge has ever had.
Yeah, the North Star.
North Star, thank you. They would only be so lucky as to have us.
Also, this North Star Lodge, whatever the fuck, wasn't giving like going out of business.
No, it still looked good. It was in good shape.
It looked very cute, very festive. The other place might have been like a little bit more high end. I don't know. The way they were talking about it, like it was just this old dump. Like you had one piece of metal fall off a sled. It's okay.
Yeah.
Shit breaks. Even expensive things break. So like, but I just loved how there's always people in the like top floor jacuzzi of the Belmont ski lodge. You know, that like jacuzzi on the roof. Looks like a good time.
I mean, I'd be down. I love a jacuzzi in the wintertime. Like outside like that.
Can't
it's
beat
perfect.
it. Remember at the Wisconsin Dells when you could like swim through the hot tub out to the outside part?
Yes.
Shit was lit. It's a whole
we should
new
have
world
gone
out
there.
Oh yeah, for New Year's. That would have been fun.
That would have been great.
We could roll up one night while I'm home.
I mean, that was superior.
The inside was just all kids, but on the outside it's all like these adults just drinking beer. Whole new world.
Even kids drinking beer.
Yeah.
Who knows? Did you have a standout scene?
I liked the montage when she was like hanging out with Jake and his daughter and like learning to flip a pancake. I thought that was cute.
Yep. We love a montage moment here on Popcorn Chats. I knew that you would bring that up.
That was a very sweet scene. And this isn't a scene, but I just liked all of Lindsay's one-liners or like her moments where she was able to be just like genuinely funny. Going back to what I said, like maintaining that spirit that I'm like nostalgic for from watching her growing up. But that part where she's like, Harry, I said do not disturb.
Poor
like,
Harry.
Still talking to her. Or when she's like, I want to look sporty but not sweaty.
I mean, that's a mood. I got the vision she was going for.
I thought it was funny. Like, I genuinely chuckled a couple of times.
I was entertained, especially like as insufferable as her fiance was. There were certain scenes like when he then trucked through the wilderness and came across that dude in the middle of the woods. And then when they got arrested together and he was like at the police station outraged that they were going to like arrest his friend.
Yes,
like
I ship them. I thought that Ralph and Tad should have been endgame. They were definitely giving Brokeback Mountain.
I thought they were cute. Like, I liked their scenes together. I thought that was so entertaining.
Was Ralph the Santa character, or was he just like an elf? Because and then I guess that other guy is Santa.
Oh, I don't know.
There's always a Santa.
Yeah. I feel like Ralph isn't the Santa. I feel like he's more of like the reindeer. Okay, but you know how you were just talking about the fiance and Ralph? What about the fiance at the end taking away the one little assistant dude in the car? I was like, well, I mean, I see you.
Tad definitely wasn't giving likes women.
No.
So that's okay, babe. Be yourself. Be true, be you.
Yeah.
What was your standout scene, did you say?
No, I don't really think there was one in particular. I did like the Ralph and his scenes, obviously, and the montage. And then I obviously, just because it's so like, it's just so typical of these movies. When her and her dad are sitting down in his office or whatever, and she sits down on the couch, and then she just happens to turn to the end table and pick up this snow globe, and she's like, I haven't seen this in so long. And it's like, really? And then they jump into the whole backstory about it and get into the whole moment about like missing her mom and everything. And I'm like, okay, that's cheesy. But once again, I'm like, cute. You and your dad have like a little moment. We see like a bit of her heart early on.
Need a moment like that. Also, seeing her with this little girl, I'm a puddle. She is so cute. Mommy vibes. Never seen her being like parental or like in this type of role. So super cool to see.
Super slay.
Her dad looks like skinny Donald Trump. Mr. Belmont.
I mean, you're not wrong. And I did love at the beginning when they're in the locker room and he like interrupts him talking and just be like, do you want a hot cocoa? But like, yes, I would like a hot cocoa, please and thank you. I always want a hot cocoa.
He's very agile, racing down the mountain as an old man. Good for you, bud. Okay, I'd just like to address something. I don't know how you feel about this. Cord Overstreet is not giving in this film. I don't think.
Wait,
what? I don't think I like Cord Overstreet in this movie.
Who's Cord Overstreet?
He plays
Was
Jake.
that his name?
Yeah, he was on Glee. That's the only reason why I know that.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know who this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought he was like fine. I had like really no feelings towards him one way or another. I think he kind of got lost under the bigger characters and personalities of the movie, which is like fine. Like, I'm not here for him. So
I wish he was more understated than he already is. I feel like Lindsay thrives she has a love interest in every movie that she's in, basically, except for like Parent Trap. But the love interest is always understated because she like has the chops to entertain by herself. The love interest is always kind of in the background. So I kind of wish that that was this too, but obviously the love story is like the entire story. But yeah, I just felt like he wasn't really giving, and I like they just kept talking about how good of a person he is, but I never really, like, every time he was on screen he was being a dick and being like, you can't even remember who your family is. It's like, bro, chill.
the only time that I did like him was when they were about to kiss under the mistletoe, and he was like, what if you like have a partner already? And
I
was
thought
like,
the same thing. I was like, you know what? I would not have thought of that.
I wouldn't have either, or I wouldn't have cared. Like, in the moment, as bad as that sounds, I would have been like, whatever, we're having fun here. The vibe is right. Like, I'm gonna do it. I did like that he had the logic in that moment to stop.
Very sweet. Love the pink poofy moment on the top of the ski hill. Tragic that she falls off the mountain.
And what is him getting like sucked down a little like ice hole?
Yeah.
Mountain.
Yeah, damn. I forgot about that he just like fell through the crack.
And that he pulled off her ring. Like, that's how he had a hold of her, was her literal engagement ring.
Yeah, well, it's like he didn't know her because he didn't know her ring size. I also don't like him because he fucking ruined the Mean Girls reference when she was singing along to Jingle Bell Rock in the car and he like turned the radio off. I was like, fuck you, Tad.
Sir.
We were all vibing.
Also, the voice activated snowmobile unhaul from his car that he was trying to do. I googled at that.
Also, when those people are in the sleigh and they're like, is that a dead body? That's like a fear of mine, is coming upon a dead body.
Yeah.
Especially swimming.
Ooh, really not. Swimming, definitely no. But I think we've had this conversation on the podcast before, that if I was like driving and I thought I saw a body along the side of the road, that I straight up like would not stop or like report it, because then you're like the center of the investigation when it starts. Like, I'm not trying to be falsely accused of murder. I mean, on a mountain, like if I saw a dead body, like a person where there's like no one around, I'd like obviously check a little bit more, but still, I'm not trying to become a person of interest in a case.
Yeah, and then you have to like do all this work too, like keep getting called back in for questioning and everything.
Mm-hmm. And I see how when cold cases go and they feel pressure to like put someone behind bars for it, that's not happening to me. Just because I stopped my commute to check on something on the side of the road. Yeah. But if there is an animal, if I ever see a cat on the side of the road, I will stop. Although I did see a cat on the side of the road when I was on my way to vote back in November. I was like out in the middle of a farm area, so I didn't stop because it was kind of like off into the field, and I'm like, I feel like you probably belong to one of these farms. But then I had major anxiety after I drove away. I was like, what if the cat doesn't? But then I'm also like, how would the cat get all the way over here? That gave me a lot of anxiety.
I know. Well, I feel like out here there's so many little baby kitties, or not baby kitties, but there's cats all over the place, but I feel like they belong to people, or they're just like wild, you know, like going around chilling, like they like the outside and it's warm, like they're, you know, fine. So,
and I never want to pick up a cat, like like what if a cat does have a home, but they're like, you know, out, like they're outdoor cats. Like I would never want to take one from its home.
Anyways, how did we even get on that?
I don't know, but my two cats, these two would quite literally never make it in the outdoors. They're not outdoor material. They like to be inside where it's safe with their mama.
This little girl's Christmas wish caused her to fall off the mountain.
What do you mean?
The girl wished at the Christmas tree or whatever the fuck, and it flew up into the air. No one questions that. That's fine, I guess. And then Lindsay falls off the cliff. So, second-degree manslaughter, if you ask me. Lock this child up.
I would be careful of ever getting on that child's wrong side.
Yeah, she got that Christmas wish.
I do love how everyone came together for the party at the end for the lodge, and then we're like, when we couldn't afford a honeymoon, you covered our stay. Like, that was cute. Love to see the guy, of course, the guy with a ton of pride who's like, I'm not gonna ask anyone for help. And all these people are like, we genuinely want to help you, and it's the holidays, like, shut the fuck up and take your money.
They're so bogus for making her work, too. When she's concussed, they just pick this bitch up off the side of a mountain, frozen solid. And then they're like, well, if you do normal things, you might remember. So, like, go make the bed. And then they're mad that she doesn't know how to do laundry because the bitch doesn't even know her own name.
Yeah.
So why are you leaving her to, like, take care of your apparently failing cabin?
Also, when she was like, do you have anything to dry my hair, to the little girl, and the little girl gives her like the cheapest blow dryer known to mankind, but she creates perfect beachy model waves in her hair with it. Once again, I'm suspending my disbelief.
When she wakes up in the hospital, her hair is like flawless, Herbie fully loaded hair vibes, and she meanwhile just had her shit rocked by that mountain.
Yeah.
But apparently the dew stayed completely intact. Memory gone, wig still snatched.
Also, the fact that like years ago I was watching her and Herbie Fully Loaded being like, I want this bitch's hair, to still now, like whatever, 10, 15 years later, for me to still be like, I want her hair. She has just maintained beautiful hair. I mean, blonde hair Lindsay is not my favorite, but she really does just have beautiful hair, and it was thriving in this movie.
It really was. She is thriving, period. Like, she looks great. The bloopers at the end made me smile. Like, it looked like she had fun making this, even though it was kind of like a dinky whatever throwaway movie. Like, looked like she had a good time, and I really fucking hope she sticks with it. Like, I hope somebody sees now that people show up for her still. Like, I think a lot of people are watching this movie, and then also she's talented and she still makes people laugh and, you know, feel things. And so I just hope she's in more stuff. I also feel that Amanda Bynes needs this comeback as well, and I want that for her.
I'd like to see her in a Christmas movie like this. Something fun. Or She's the Man, too.
Yeah. Jake needs to shave his neck. His hair is awful.
Yeah, it's not cute.
He looks like an adult Macaulay Culkin if Macaulay Culkin would have stayed sober.
I can't believe that his name is Cord.
Yeah.
Cord Overstreet. When you said that, I was like, is that like an orchestra or something?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, is it like the score of the film? That's why when you were like, it's not working for me in this, I was like, the music? What do you mean?
My bad. Yeah, no. I would not know his name if it weren't for when he used to play Sam Evans back on Glee. I loved him in Glee, but in this, I'm like, Cord, you had your time. You had your day in the sun, and I think it's done.
This is like kind of off topic, but did you see that clip of Chad Michael Murray in a like Hallmarky Christmas movie where he like fake ice skates?
No.
It's so bad. People are like, he's giving me the ick.
I will just end by saying, speaking of faking things, I don't think that they kissed. I think that was a double at the end. Because I think
1,000%.
she really said, I'm not kissing him.
Yeah. No, it's like obvious. Once again, it's like, do you guys think we're dumb? We can clearly see that this is a stunt double, but a kiss double.
And then they put in the blooper reel like pictures and clips of them like pulling away from each other, like starting close and pulling away from each other to even show more that they didn't actually kiss. I was like, shit. She was like, no thanks, I'm good.
Like, no. Bless.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, peace and love, whatever you celebrate. Love you for it. And tune in next time for Pretty Little Liars Season 2, bitches.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Lilas.
Lilas.